I am Tanmoy Mitra, editor of ET Edge Insights, and today I am in conversation with Robin Joffe. He is the partner and MD Miasa, Frost and Sullivan. Robin, thank you for taking your time out and speaking to ET Edge Insights.
Thank you for having me.
Let me begin by asking you, there have been certain disruptors in the supply chain management industry. What are these disruptions that are causing a change and in the innovation of supply chain management, and how does organizations overcome those challenges?
Well, of course, there was COVID.
Right.
That was the major disruptor that caused everything to kind of go haywire over the last couple of years. And then we had lots of stimulus packages that came up. And then because of that, we had inflation. And those are two major ones. And then more recently, we've had the conflict in Europe between Ukraine and Russia.
Right.
And that's just exacerbating this and making it extended. And so these are three major things that have caused this. Then the second question, which is how do we, mitigate it or to reduce the effects? Well, I think that there's a couple different things. There's some things like diversification. Companies have to diversify what they're doing. They have to digitize what they're doing. They have to look at sustainability, and then looking at things like value-added services. They have to really change how they're thinking and how they're relating to that and relating to these challenges that are happening globally.
Right. Robin, you just talked about sustainability, digitalization. As a leader, when you have these things you want to implement in your organization, what is the role that you play to ensure that this is implemented in a seamless way?
I think the first thing is companies need to start this kind of discussion at the beginning of any initiative, not as an afterthought.
Right.
I think so many initiatives, things are created, strategies are established, and then afterwards then they think, oh, well, we need to digitize. And they come in and they do a fix. Or we have to think about sustainability. And they are not incorporating it into their beginning discussions. It's not something that they're thinking that they have to do. They're thinking, oh, well, now I have to, appease somebody, for example, with the sustainability. They're not making it ingrained in their culture. So I think if they start from the very beginning at the very top, then they will begin to have it as a part of their culture of their company.
Right. What is your leadership style? How do you go about it?
So for me, I look at everybody. Obviously, I make a lot of the decisions that are made in the company, but I look at everybody from the various groups that work within the organization as my partners. I don't look at them as dating down to them. I include them in the decision making. So each group that we're working, whether it's facilities, whether it's research, we come together to actually kind of create these steps that are needed to make the company very successful.
Yes.
And so we're always collaborating.
Yes. You just talked about collaboration, and communication is something that is very important. So as a leader, how do you foster this culture of communication, collaboration, and as well as innovation within the organization?
It's not easy. Collaboration is something that it doesn't happen just by saying it's going to happen. So it's something that you have to keep reinforcing over and over again. And I think one other thing is aligning the KPIs of all the groups to be aligned with this collaboration, so that when people think about how they're being measured, it's measured upon the basis of how much people collaborate.
Right. Is there any specific technology you think that is going to have a positive effect on the supply chain operations for any organizations or any sector for that matter?
Yeah, I think AI is one of them, very
Right.
important technologies that we have to consider.
Any example you want to share in your organization that has had a positive effect?
Data is important, and how to understand the data. So data optimization, some of these kind of the tools that are being created are going to allow companies to understand how to be more effective in their decision making. So if they have good data on their customers, on their suppliers, I think these are the kind of tools, and there's so many different tools that can be used to optimize their businesses.
Thank you, Robin. On that note, all the best
Thank
for
you.
your future.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for speaking to ET Edge Insights.
Thank you again
Thank you
for
very
having me.
much.
Thank you.
you.